So when's the last time you've given a youth a bat? Okay, let's say he's 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old. What is the first thing they do? No instruction, they don't understand what you're saying. You give them a bat. Just put a ball on a tee, see what they do. I guarantee they do one of a few things. They either hike their leg up, swing as hard as they can, they run at the ball and swing, or they turn way back and try to swing as hard as they can. The results aren't always good. And sometimes they'll whiff, sometimes they'll pop it up, sometimes they, it just looks bad. But I guarantee they never do this. Give them the bat. Like that. And that may be an exaggeration, but as hitters get older, as they get older, look at the instructors, look at the lessons guys, and see what they do. They're telling hitters, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. And what ends up happening, they get so scared to make a mistake, they lose all semblance of the athletic ability, of the rhythm that they once had. So here's what they end up like. There's no athleticism, there's no power, there's no explosion. And if you take a little kid and you hand him a bat, he doesn't know what he's doing. 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old. But he does know inherently that he needs to create some rhythm to be able to swing the bat as hard as he can, hit the ball as hard as he can. So what does his body tell him to do? He's going to create some momentum, whether it's doing this, whether it's turning, whether it's walking towards the ball. But automatically a kid this young knows that he needs to get some movement, get some rhythm going so he can hit this ball as hard as he can. Okay? He's not going to stand stiff. And so this is the problem with traditional coaches with lessons, is they mold kids down, cookie cut them into certain positions where they don't have a chance to be athletic, they don't have a chance to be successful. And if these kids get lucky enough to do okay in high school and make it to college, then their college coach has to totally try to transform their swing. And a lot of times they just give up. College coaches just really try to get the best players. Same thing with pro scouts. Try to get the best players, the best athletes, and then perhaps they try to mold them. But a lot of times it's sink or swim. They don't have time to spend time with 35, 40 guys. Okay, the best players are going to play. You got to be ready when you go to those levels, and even higher levels of high school baseball. Best athletes play. And so when we're getting into this constricted, real tight, small stride, no load, and swing, scared to make a mistake, we get into not being successful, okay, not being an athlete. And if you watch any big league hitter, they have what I call freedom of the stride foot, okay? And so what this means is they are loose, they can hit like that. You watch them in BP, they can lift their knee up and hit, they can toe tap and hit, okay? They can lift their heel up, turn and rotate, just like Bryce Harper, and hit. They can do any of that and hit because they're athletic. And it doesn't matter what trigger they use, it's providing rhythm, and their body parts are all working together. And so all that flow, that rhythm, they can hit in any way because they have freedom of the stride foot. We lose freedom of the stride foot as hitters when we constrict ourselves and put a swing into steps. You really can't put a swing into steps because it's a total motion that works together. The rhythm works together. It's not a 1, 2, 3, 4 step process. And as easy as that would be, you can't put it into that, okay? Because they're all connected and the rhythm all works together, okay? So when you're training as a hitter, don't get caught into being cloned. Don't be a cookie cutter. You have to have freedom of the stride foot. And whatever load you choose, I suggest really trying different type triggers, whether it's a lead leg lift, whether it's a toe tap, whether you're just rotating in on your foot, or whether you're striding out, whatever the case may be, it's got to be loose, it's got to be athletic, it's got to be comfortable for you. And so do not get cloned, and you got to feel like you have freedom of your stride foot to take a nice, balanced, rhythmic, loose stride and load and have all your body parts working together. So don't get cloned, find freedom of the stride foot, and find out how athletic you can be when